My dad brought this old Zetor up to the shop. We picked this thing up last week, making sure all the fluids are where they need to be, shining up the tires, getting it cleaned up and greased up. Everything is good to go. We got this GE dryer. Seems to be in good shape. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It's missing a cable. The belt seems to be intact. These Gs are notorious for having this plastic front end wear away. We'll see if that's the case here. There is a good bit of lint buildup in there. As expected, the plastic is starting to wear away and crack. The slides on this side are completely gone. Same with here, you got a little piece of it left, but this slide is good. Once it gets to this point, the best option is to replace it. The good news is I do have another front end for this machine. Got the belt disconnected. Let's get the drum pulled out of here. Now that we got everything tore apart, we can take a better look. It's not too dirty in here. I've already found the issue. The heating element's broke. It's not going to produce any heat that way, so we'll have to get it replaced. I'm going to go through, check all the sensors, and make sure I have all the parts to finish out this repair. I got a replacement element and the plastic top half to the front end. This one just needs slides, which I have. We'll get it swapped out. But first, we're going to go through and clean the body out and the front end, so let's get it taken outside. Get the compressor fired on. Went through with the multimeter, made sure all the sensors were good, so I went ahead and disconnected them. That way we can connect it to the new element, and then we're going to start re-greasing the back bearing, the belt tensioner, and putting this thing back together. I put some grease in that back bearing, getting the shaft to the drum cleaned up and re-greased. I got to put that spacer on and that piece of plastic. Also removed the old top half to the front end. Swapped out this old wore out plastic with a new one. Got 4 good slides on there. Tight squeeze. There it goes. Everything I need to get it tested is reinstalled. Once I know it works, I'll put the top end back in place. First, I gotta hook up a cord. The power cable connection for this dryer is at the very bottom here. I'll be using a 3-prong cable. Also got my drill propped up underneath it to make it a little bit easier. The 2 outsides are the positives. The middle is your neutral, ground. Make sure they're on there nice and snug. Everything's hooked up. Let's see if it works. We're gonna put it on regular heat, set it on a quick time dry. Nice. So far, so good. We're gonna make sure the timer is cycling through and that it's producing good heat. My dad's pulling his box truck over here. We're gonna get it unloaded. That's another one back up and running. Got it cleaned up and put back together. Let's take it inside and move on to the next job. Look who's finally dragging into work. Where you been all day? Closing out another day in the shop. Got to get the dogs fed, start working on some dinner. We'll be back out here tomorrow.